Hi, Deland. Can you give us an overview of the running backs and your observations so far through camp of each of them?
Really been excited about the guys, just their focus, just being detailed, dependable and disciplined throughout as far as what our main standard, core standard is as a running back group. Specifically, across the board, really like the things that Notre is doing. He's been showing, all the capabilities you want to see, the proficiency and the consistency you want in a lead back. The same thing for Chris Tyree. I've really been doing some great things as a space guy. Been very healthy, obviously, man, explosive. Picked up some needed pounds. Been really looking good in pass protection. Logan, man, for everything that he can do, he's really been showing well, really showing some nice pop out here today. Continuing to be competitive, continuing to be a team guy, room guy, unselfish. And when his opportunities come in the role, in the situations that he's able to go in, based on him and his red jersey status, he's really done well. Jabron Payne, really been happy with him. He started off the first day. I'll say this. The first day, the guys are great every day. Started off at 30%. He really had a down first day, which is not, which is to be expected for a guy first time. Understanding the standards and the expectations. He went on and finished, up till yesterday. He was over 87%, which gives an indication of what he did the next several days, as far as how he is, as far as his consistency and attention to detail, technique, and playing with all his fundamentals. So really been happy with him, just the way he's been moving around. Put him out there with the ones today to do some tempo just to see. I like to stress guys out, see what the new guys can do, and he handled that well. So the whole room, and of course, Chase and Skip Vallada and Sam, the guys been holding their own, doing what they need to do. So just been really happy with the overall of the room and just kind of where we're at.
In terms of leadership, has there been one guy that's kind of stepped up vocally?
You kind of got quiet guys in there. You got a few several lead by example guys. However, I need guys to be vocal, more than just me. So giving those guys the tools, to be proficient in leadership and leading the right way. You start seeing Tyree do it. It's volley between the three. Tyree will do it, Logan, as well as Audric. Audric is the consummate professional guy, very positive, very raw. He really wants to see guys do and operate on a high level. So it's good to have that balance in the room.
We talked about building a rapport with the quarterbacks, with the wide receivers. Mm-hmm. How important is that rapport for the running backs and kind of establishing that relationship early on?
It's very important, so understand how everything goes together. So being detailed across the board and understanding where you fit into the whole offense. So, giving these guys not only information to be successful, but why we're doing it. I think that's been huge for these guys as far as the development and building that rapport. The quarterbacks see it, offensive line see it. Sitting in those rooms with Coach Heastan, and he's pointing out how positive he feels about the way the running backs are running and what these guys are doing and just the way these guys are syncing with the offensive line. It's a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, we got to come out on Saturdays and pull it all together.
Jabron battled some injuries in high school. What kind of stood out about him to you to feel confident to take him at IU and then obviously at Notre Dame too?
Yeah, G is a high-level player, so definitely, the relationship I had with him at IU, through that recruiting process, just to come out of the dark for him because he had other things going on. I'd asked him, hey, I just want to get on the phone with you one time. I said, I need 5 minutes. And it turned into a 45-minute conversation. In a couple of days, he was on campus. We went from there. Obviously, ultimately when I left, IU, and then he, obviously had some misgivings about where he was going and where he fit moving forward in that circumstance. Once he was cleared to talk to other schools, he reached out to me. Everything took off from there. I knew the type of player I was getting, the type of person I was getting, and I knew he would fit in well here at Notre Dame. So happy to have him.
And then you've coached several different types of backs and lead backs. Who does Chris Tyree kind of remind you of, either in college or your NFL experience?
Man, Chris. Well, he got a little bit. He got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire in him. Now he got more straight line speed. you know, but as far as in the box quickness, route expertise, overall feel for the game, you know, I would put him in that Clyde category. You know, great contact balance, but like I said, man, that speed is a premium right there. That's something that's different.
What kind of role are you expecting from Jabron Payne this year? Coming in a little bit later, I know JD went down, but it's some experienced backs in that room. But how are you expecting him to come in this year?
Well, I'm expecting him to be a contributor. I think my history has shown that young guys have had young guys coming in the door with me have had success. You know, whether it be at IU, several guys who were recognized as all Big Ten freshman guys, or even Clyde. Clyde come in, first year guy having to start and end up having some all rookie honors with that. So the process as far as, you know, putting the whole room together, it begins with building it from the bottom up, because we know how this game is and how things work out for running backs. I mean, guys get chipped up. And the last thing I want is Jabron Payne to have a, you know, hey, we're gonna develop him over time. And next thing you know, man, we get a guy chipped up here or there, and now the first time he's playing is the second half against Ohio State. And we haven't evaluated him properly. So he's getting the full eval right now, and he is doing very, very well in that.
With three backs like Logan Diggs and you know, Audric and Chris Tyree, have you kind of put in your mind like how to split those guys up on the field on game days with the amount of talent those three guys have shown so far?
Yeah, we got some ideas. Got some ideas for sure.
What's the status of Logan Diggs? How's he, you know, coming along right
Well,
now?
I mean, he's doing the things he can do out there, you know, at a high level, and then ultimately, you know, Coach Freeman and the medical staff make the final determinations on when he'll come out of that jersey and be cut fully loose. But the things I've asked him to do, I mean, he's been operating at a high level.
With your experience in major college football and the pros, where have you made an impact the running backs coming into Notre Dame this year?
Just with the detail, dependable, discipline. That's the standard of the room. That's the standard of the room, and those things don't waver. And of course, things spider off from that. You know, being tough guys, putting a mentality in our room that the team can count on, so we can carry the team. You know, obviously the rapport I've built with the guys and just the way we do things has been, I think, it's been a little bit different than what they've done it. But all the guys have embraced it. I think just the tools that they've been given, they feel so emboldened and empowered to go out there and play at a high level.
Can you give us a term to identify the characteristic of this team, their identity right now? What would that word be?
You say one term? You know, he's one of the three. Like I said, it's
I'm
either
talking about the team. What's the identity?
the team. I thought you were talking about my running.
The identity.
Oh shoot, together. You know, I really would say the guys are together, man. I mean, just the bond that the guys have, the way we compete, go back and forth, the synergy amongst all, you know, special teams, defense and offense, man, I'm telling you, it's unique. And again, we know everything. Those are just words, and that's just a feeling, you know, but it all need to manifest itself on the football field, and that's what the plan is.
How big of a priority is it for you to get your guys involved in the passing game, and how has that taken like an increased precedence recently with some injuries in the receiver?
I think Coach Reese already had a pretty strong plan as far as where the backs fit and everything. What we making sure we do is that we detail dependable and disciplined when it comes our number get called for it. So guys have been doing a great job catching the ball, showing they're proficient route runners downfield. Obviously, as check down guys, really being detailed as far as how they fit in the whole scheme of it, and the quarterback being able to count on us that we not only going to get to where we need to get to, but we're going to catch the ball.
And is there a particular guy who's shown you, who's stood out in that area so far?
No, all of them been good. I mean, the goal is it'll be guys who will major in something, but they all will be capable in everything that we ask them to do.
What's the versatility of the running back room when you get that final call on the quarterback, you know, to kind of stay on your toes in all types of situations?
Repeat what you said?
What's the versatility of the running back room?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's very versatile. I mean, like I said, every man in that room, all the jobs that are involved in being a running back, you know, whether it be a 2-minute gap in protections, 4-minute goal line, short yardage, you know, gadget guy running routes, being a displaced receiver. Every running back is asked to do that at a high level. Some guys, just because of their particular skill set, can do it better, but every single guy in there can go out and do everything we need them to do.
And have they been dialed in and kind of leaning on your experience that you kind of alluded to earlier?
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, probably every day. I could say almost, yeah, no, every day we'll watch something from the NFL. every day to show them crossover. So they get to see, hey, here's the things that I'm teaching you, and here's guys who did it. And they sitting there like, wow, the exact same things. And they seeing how in other circumstances that manifested itself, and not only the running backs performing at a high level, but the team performing at a high level, and in 1 year, a Super Bowl level, Super Bowl championship level.
It seems like every day we've been out here, Aldrich Esme is doing something to catch our attention. You know, a guy had 10 or so carries last year. What kind of role and what have you seen from him so far this camp in the development?
He's gonna have more than 10 carries. I can guarantee you that. I mean, like I said, Aldrich has shown all of the competencies and has been very proficient and consistent at everything you want from a high level running back. Protection, run with speed, run with power, run with elusiveness, catch the ball. You know, he do everything you need for him to do. So that's exciting to have. You know, and we're just gonna continue to build on it.
I know you compared Chris Tyree to Clyde Edwards-Helaire a little bit earlier. Is there a guy that you've worked with that kind of resembles Aldrich?
Aldrich reminded me probably a little bit of Carlos Hyde. You know, when I had Carlos for a little bit, I mean, Aldrich, his hands are better. I think his hands is the things that would surprise me. This guy can catch. He can run really crisp routes and catch the ball. All right. But as far as his running style and just a rugged downhill, make guys miss, run with pad level, run with power, you know, got more initial pop than what people think. That's what he reminds me of.
The offensive line, you know, obviously everyone talks about Harry Easton, the veteran group of those guys. What have you seen from that group and what they've been able to do for you guys in terms of running backs?
Well, I mean, again, they're getting coached and mentored by one of the best. You know, and sitting in the room with Coach Easton, I'm telling you, it's something. It's special. You know, man, I'm definitely picking up pointers and just listening to how he develops the offensive line and seeing how those guys react to him in a positive way. So, I mean, what he's done from spring till now is continuing to grow and take us in the direction we want to go in. But just excited about, you know, what the offensive line is doing, the versatility of the guys, the way those guys are accepting coaching and accept the challenge to be the best offensive line in the country. Shoot, any running back want to run behind that.
Coach, one non-Notre Dame question, if you don't mind. How's the adjustment going for your Sunday, getting ready for his senior year at St. Joe?
Yeah, he fired up. You know, I mean, shoot, he excited about it. I went over and watched him at practice yesterday, and I told him, I said, the thing I was most excited about, they were doing conditioning afterwards, and I know he used to be a guy who cruised. He was flying. I said, that right, I could walk away after seeing it. I said, he locked in because the way he was running, you know, he is really on. I'm proud of him.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Weekends for home games.